Welcome to the Crispin Podcast, the show where we talk about trending topics from people to lifestyle with your host, Crispin. We're thrilled to have you join us on this journey.
Hello, Crispinators. Another beautiful day, and of course, Crispin is back again, and we have another exciting get to know with each other here. And of course, before I get into today's episode, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Like and subscribe and share. Because Crispin, I'm here to give you guys all the gist, the tea, the milk. So I'm gonna leave everything back to the house. I'm not gonna gatekeep basically. So please, whatever you're doing, just listen to. Because we have this new sensational, how do I put it, artist. So please, you know what? In fact, let's just get right into it. Okay, so, bro, welcome to the Crispin's podcast.
How you doing, bro?
I'm so fine again.
Hey, man.
Thank you for coming also. Because I know it was a short notice.
It's a pleasure, bro.
Thank you so much.
It's
I appreciate
it.
So, before we get into this, I have people that I just want to just warm up a little bit, so that I can just get cool because I don't bite. I just bark. So, I have some few questions to ask. Maybe two, because I want to be nice today.
Bro. Go ahead.
So, my question is, okay, if ever someone gives you $2 million,
$2 million.
yeah,
Let's
to
get
just,
it.
yeah, to just like strip naked and walk on the street,
I don't know.
you do it.
Nah, bro.
$2 million.
$2 million. Nah,
I mean, nobody knows you,
nah, nobody knows me. But I'm about to get famous though.
so you're scared of that.
No, I'm
Not a
not.
receipt.
I'm not trying to go naked on the street for $2 million. Honestly, it's not worth it.
I'm telling you, bro. I like your honesty. That's more like a dignified person. I like that. The second question is, if I give you Burna Boy,
Give me Burna Boy.
Wizkid,
Okay.
Davido,
Okay.
how do you rank them?
If you should give me those three legends,
Yes.
how would I run them? Personally, I'm an artist myself. Let me
Okay.
introduce myself. I'm OTJ Fire, one and only. If I should have like Burna Boy, Davido, and Wizkid, what I'm going to do is like with Burna Boy, I'm going to make some street jams, some street eats, back with Burna Boy. With Davido, I'm just going to take all his money,
Yeah.
OBO.
It makes
OBO.
sense.
And Wizkid, Wizkid got the fame and shit.
Uh-huh.
So with Wizkid, I'm gonna just collab with Wizkid, like have some night out with Wizkid, have some cool ladies around.
It makes sense. It makes sense. Like it sense all over. It makes sense. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your music, because I know you're into music as well.
As you all know, I'm OTJ Fire, one and only. I make like hip hop, Afrobeat, R&B, drill, a little bit of everything. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, like Central C says. So my music right now, I'm just a new upcoming artist. Basically, I'm focused on like developing my sound, getting to know myself better. Like this music industry is not for the weak.
Mm-hmm.
Getting myself spiritually grounded, getting
Exactly.
closer to God.
You need it.
That was the first
You
thing.
need it.
First thing first. Put God first. And I know by the grace of God, in a short period of time, I'm going to be there on the top.
Yeah, I see.
With the legends, you feel me?
Yeah, I can see I can see the potentials. So how long have you been doing music though?
I've been practicing. I've been practicing for like my art for like 5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Just like practicing, getting to find my sound, find who I am, like develop my skills.
The
develop my
artistry. Yeah.
artistry. I've been 5 years in the game now.
Wow.
With it.
And it's very interesting because the first time I saw you, I would have never thought you were doing music.
No, nobody would think I do
Yes,
music.
I never thought you were doing music because you gave me more of a sedentary worker, which is by the way, you were a doctor, right?
I'm a doctor too.
So I'm like, how does correlate? Like basically, entertainment and then medicine. How does it come into
I would say like I'm a smart guy, intelligent guy, but
smart?
I also keep my art life active. I have to keep myself active artistry because basically growing up, my family they have all been creative. My uncle is like a publisher for books. So also I like to write. I'm a very good writer.
Nice.
So with that, I'm able to develop myself in like telling a story. type of thing with music. And with music, I'm able to express myself also, you know. So it gives me like a chance to express.
Wow, that's very impressive.
myself.
But now that you're in the diaspora, do you have some challenges, some struggles here?
There is always challenges, there's always struggles, and every thing you do, but you just gotta keep going.
Sure.
Know who you are, know what you're doing, and stay focused. That's one of the important things in life. You know, you gotta stay focused, stay prepared, stay gallant. The way I'll say it.
I love that. I love that. I love that. And like I was saying the first time, what are some of the challenges, like in terms, what did you think would have been different if you had started this in Nigeria? Not
If
in
I
Belgium?
started this in Nigeria, and my story in Nigeria is a little bit different from what I'm going through right now.
I know.
In Nigeria back then, I used to be on the street, you know, like
Hustling.
I was a student still, but you know, street life, it's something I don't really like to talk about because now it's a different thing.
Of course.
The challenges I'm facing right now is just a little bit of like color-wise, you know, like
I know. Yeah, I know. The
Europe,
race.
This is Europe, and
The cart. Yeah. I mean, hey, we are in this together, you know. And
Bro.
of course, I mean, I'm so happy to have you here. And then, like, you know, like I said, music is a language we don't have to understand, but we understand.
Understand it.
You understand? It doesn't matter if you speak in Chinese, English, African, Francophone, whatever. People still understand what you want to just like the message you're trying to pass out.
True. Also, the culture here is different.
You know,
It's very different from what we experience in Africa. So coming to Europe, I've been here for like 9 years now.
no.
My experience in Europe in the beginning stage was a little bit challenging, like in a state of like different surrounding, different people, and trying to learn the culture, trying to learn the languages. And yeah, I've been through it and I've overcome it. So I'm grateful right now that I'm doing better than I was before.
That's
you know?
good. Everybody has a story to tell, you know.
For sure.
And then have you released some singles, some
Yeah, I got some music online right now, just like a demo, like
Okay.
Practice. OTJ Fire on YouTube, everywhere, Spotify.
Wow.
But those music also are a way of telling a story also. It's not really like saying like let's dance, this and that. It's a storytelling music. Because that's the main purpose of my music career, to tell a story and to make people see things from a different perspective.
Nice. For me, I love music. Like, for me, I call myself an oriental music. Like, I love every music. Sometimes my friends come to my house and I'm playing jazz. They're like, Chris, how can a black man play jazz?
You
I'm
play
like,
instruments?
No, I listen to jazz. Basically, I listen to jazz, basically. So I'm like, Chris, how can a black man... It's stereotypical, you know, because jazz is not really our thing, you know. But
True.
because of maybe where I find myself, people that I roll with or I hang out with, there are people who love jazz music, indie pop, K-pop, even K-pop. Even I love K-pop. Just that I don't understand what they are saying. Like I say, music, you don't have to understand what they are saying. It's about the vibe and the rhythm. You understand?
Very important.
Yes, but basically, for me, naturally, if you ask what I really like to listen to, like R&B and I like hip-hop. These are my R&B, hip-hop, and then pop music. I like this genre. But then again, I'm open to listen to new... I go to rock festivals.
Okay.
And I'm just whipping my head like a mad
You
cow.
do the drugs too?
No, I don't do drugs. Straight out of drugs. I don't do drugs.
Okay.
No, I only drink maybe alcohol maybe once in a while. But even these days, I don't drink alcohol. I'm trying
That's
to.
tolerable.
I know, right? I don't even do like, you know.
Because I have some friends who do like they go to the rock festival and before you know it, everybody's like,
it's like going to rave, you know. So funny enough that we brought this story, I'll just tell about this story. So I went to Germany with my friends, and you know, we black don't like when they rave. What is rave? Just go there and just boom, 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 boom. And almost all the guys were topless. And they were sweating.
The mosh pit.
Yeah, they were all sweating, you know, like they were profusely, you know. I'm like, what's going on? If someone's like, Chris, don't you know what's going on? Then I saw them passing around, like, oh, okay. So there's kind of Xanax, crystal meth, you know, like the pills, you know how they are. There are so many colors, blue, pink, white. Like, okay, it makes sense because it's Christmas. And everybody has shades on. They're all with like dark shades.
Dark shades.
Everybody was
all in.
Look, I remember it was in Barcelona actually. And it was the first time I was in Barcelona. The second time I was in Germany, in Berlin. In Barcelona, I knew somebody that was in the same hotel with the person. I saw the guy outside. I said hello at the club. He didn't. But I'm
Before
like,
you know, yeah.
Why? Is there a problem? So what? So now I enter. I'm like, oh, okay, it makes sense. He's probably high, you know. Bro, like 2 a.m. Then they were like sweating like hot afternoon in Africa. Like they were boom, 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 boom,
Going
boom,
all
boom.
in.
So the only thing that I don't understand is the rave thing, the metal music. Like I love music. That one I can't. I get bored.
I have a couple of friends that listens to metal.
I have a friend like
metal
this. I can't go to those clubs.
rock.
Like I don't. There's no. I can go to Afrobeat club, jams,
Mm-hmm.
brunch. I like those things, But when it comes to that kind of songs, I'm like, bro, what are you? I cannot hear any voice, and I can't shake my head like this from 12 to 6 a.m.
For 6 hours.
No, bro,
straight.
I did it for 2 times. Like, no, man, it's not for me. So anytime
And your
they're going
legs gonna
to,
be weak also.
you understand? Anytime they're going, they're just so crazy. I'm not gonna go. I'm like, no, man, I'm not gonna even waste my time because I will not even enjoy. After 1 hour, I want to go home. So yeah, I mean, music. Anyway, then again, it's a choice though. Everybody has a choice,
if you
right?
like
So,
it, yeah, it's all
yeah,
about
it's a choice.
The
And
passion.
yes. Are you looking to release some music anytime soon?
I got EP coming soon in May, like by the end of May. It's called Scientist in College Knowledge.
Wow.
Sick.
Wow.
I talk there. It's more about my experience in college,
Mm-hmm.
college lifestyle, my experience in relationships, and experience with friends, with family, a little bit of everything. You feel
Yeah.
me?
It's more like a life experience. and
Life
everything.
experience, like a
Wow.
scientist.
That's
Because
nice.
I'm a science student, you know.
I mean, like the head is smart. Africans are smart. I mean, no shades.
Scientist in college knowledge. That's what
Yeah.
it's called.
Oh, okay. Now it's more like a rhyme now. Now he's rhyming now. I like the path you've chosen. I mean, as long as African parents.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm asking about your career and your business because my topic is actually diverting towards the same area because how did your parents take this? Like, were they okay with you doing music or before school? Well, I know they'll tell you have to finish school before music.
Mm-hmm.
I have some friends that their parents don't speak to them, especially like the dads. They don't speak to them because they're doing music. But I know,
True.
trust me, one day it will start paying off. And this same parent like, that's my son, you know.
Honestly, my mom saw my music. Honestly.
I mean, mothers.
My mom probably, she always got my back in anything I do. But my dad, we still have problems, we have trouble. Honestly, it's all about what you like though. Sometimes you gotta ignore your parents and do what you love because nobody can love you like you love yourself.
I know, they still have to understand. Because they haven't still understood it.
With African parents, they are very stubborn. You
I'm
know,
telling you.
you just gotta be more stubborn than your parents.
It's crazy. I remember one time ago I was home, and I think my dad was in military, an ex-cop actually.
Oh no,
Yeah. And
double wala.
I understand. And I grew up in the military, basically home, but not. He wasn't a militant. He was just like a normal daddy like a normal daddy, And one day I remember he was like, "Chris, I want you to become a soldier." I'm like,
No.
"Soldier." He started pestering me after in high school. Soldier. I'm like, I beg me, I won't travel. I don't want to do any soldier. And my background, I'm a journalist by profession. Like
Journalist?
I did. Yes, I'm a broadcast journalism. I did. That's what I studied basically, but I never used it like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember one time ago, he sent me on an errand to my uncle's house. You know how this
Yeah.
if they can't control you, they send it to an uncle. I went there, said, Chris, long time no see, I'm fine. After eating, I was about to go and say, hey, Chris, wait, I have something to tell you. Army is very good. You have to be in the military. I'm like, so you brought me here for you to, even you, my father, I didn't even listen to. Do you think I will,
Listen to the
to the uncle, basically. So they knew I wasn't into it. Like I was, but of course my sister is into it. My brother-in-law is into it. My uncle is a military guy. My brother is a military guy. My niece is a military guy. It's in the family basically. I think I'm the only one that didn't really venture into that because I love traveling. I can't go to.
You'd rather travel than
No,
to be
I don't want to be
in the
I like
army.
like you said, I like to read and interview people, get to know people. I'm a talkative. So I'm also an extrovert. I feel like if I've chosen that career, even though people always think that to be in the military means I have to be yes and massa. No, you can be in the HR but it wasn't really my thing. I don't want to work in the what's the word in English? It's called the defense, like the Ministry of Defense.
Yeah.
I wasn't into that.
And
so I can understand.
That's a good way to look at it because personally I can say you know yourself and you know what you want and you're going for it.
The thing is interesting that you talk about music, rap. Anybody who knew me from like in primary school thought I was gonna be a musician.
Yeah.
I used to sing R&B music, like days of Chris Brown, Westlife, 50 Cent. What's the other guy's name? Craig David.
Yeah.
I could sing the whole album. Westlife. At a point,
you're really OG.
I'm telling you. Look, I remember I was in class 5
real
and
OGs.
class 5. That was the time this song came out. Shaggy. It wasn't me. honey came in and she got me red and then you know that song, right?
Yes, bro.
Everybody had it at the back of the book, you know. And I was like, guess what?
You know
I was a lyricist. They'll come to me, Chris, please, I want a song. And I have to write it at the back. Everybody's book, notebook at them. You know, back it was called Foolscap or something.
Yeah.
That big notebook back in the day. I don't know if it's still around. Everybody's at the back of the last page. Everybody has that song, lyrics. Like, it was crazy. And yes, people who knew me thought I was going to be a musician. I thought I was going to be a musician. But after I got to SS, I'm like, Crispin, aim for you. You be at the background, you know. But it's all good, you know. I even went for auditions in Ghana. Way before I knew I wanted to be a journalist. It has always been something that I wanted to do. So when after high school, people were going to university, college, I'm like, no, just chill, Crispin. I'm going for this professional course. So yeah, I can understand. So sometimes this is what we want to do, but life will just...
Life has a way of like pushing you towards your own direction. It's not what you think you want.
No.
But when it's time for you to actually become who you are meant to be,
preach.
Life is gonna take you there.
I'm telling you.
Regardless of what you do, you will get there.
I'm telling you. And it has been something that I'm always happy that I chose what I want to do.
You can
even though I'm not a journalist, I think I'm doing journalism because I'm still in the same field. You know, I mean, I'm still in media basically.
You're talking to an artist right now.
You understand? So I'm who knows? There. One day I'll be on BET Awards, you know, on the red carpet interview Beyonce, True. my girl Beyonce, you know, Jay-Z and all that, you know, Nicki Minaj and you, of course.
It's possible.
You understand? Bro. So everything starts from somewhere. You know, I believe in trying your own path and knowing what you like in best.
When you do what you love, it's gonna get you where you are meant to be.
Exactly. And now that you talked about parents, I mean African parents and all that, it's actually good because I'm going to venture into that. So I really have a big question for you, actually. Okay,
yes,
what do you think is with African parents and expectations?
African parents expect you to be a doctor.
Why?
They expect you to be an engineer. They expect you to be a lawyer. They expect you to be like this professor. But the real truth, deep down, we African kids, we know what we want. We know who we are and we want to go our own way. But the thing is, like, African parents, they compare their lifestyle back then to the lifestyle we are living right now. And the thing is, like, it's obviously different. Obviously different.
I mean, it makes sense because the thing is, I will not understand why African parents... Yeah, because why... See, now that I always say this, our generation is actually different, you know. You see, this generation,
totally different.
We know what we want, and we know how to get it. But for them, it was more like an achievement, a brag. Oh, you know, my daughter is a nurse. Oh, you know, my son is a doctor. You know, it was like
it sounds great.
It was like a status for them, you know, like in the community. But then again, have you asked yourself, does the child want what you are choosing for them?
True.
You know, because if my parents would choose my career for me. Of course, I know some people, their career were bought by parents, like it's more like in nepotism. That one is different. But I think African parents, because that's where it comes from a lot. They tend to expect more from us than we can actually give them in terms of career-wise.
True. I'm still having a problem with my mom right now.
See. And it's crazy because why should this be so?
Because I was a doctor for a minute, and my mom, she got angry with me because I quit my job.
I mean, you know, that's very debatable and very controversial topic. I don't want to go into that your personal stuff, but I just want to put something around it. See, the thing is, I believe I understand where she's coming from. You know, music is music, but you see, people, that's a very tricky topic actually because you know music, right? A career.
It's a big career.
It's a career. It's more like a monthly salary-based job.
No.
But music is not.
No, music is not.
Music is more like, okay, there's a gig, take the money and go. But you see, we have like a role, like, I'm not saying, you see, that's the thing. I have to be very careful with my words. Music is a job also, career. But you don't, maybe somebody might say maybe you can get your incomes from your streaming platforms. But, I mean, doctor,
it's just not
medicine, like you get your money every month. You know that every 15th, every 30th, I'm getting this money in my salary, in my account. You are sure. But with music,
no.
So for me, I'll always make it look this way. I might be wrong, but can correct me. I would rather go to school and have my career and also meaning I have two careers basically.
Okay.
You understand? So
it's better to be safe than sorry.
You understand? So the African parents' mindset towards these things, I kind of understand where they're coming from, because
they're-
they don't want to, spend on you too much school fees, tuition fees, and then you come out and you say, I want to be a musician. How dare you? Or guinea. Understand? So sometimes I understand where they are coming from, but see, they really have to put it into perspective that yes, you want me to become a nurse, a teacher, a doctor, whatever, but I also have my own passion, own interest.
And most of the time, it's your passion that gets you to the place you're meant to be.
Yes, true. But you were a doctor, actually. Didn't you choose medicine? Were you forced to do medicine?
No, I was not forced to. The thing is just like, I also like to help people. Not like I don't like. I love people. I love to help people. I love to like treat people. It's just that I'm not gonna do what I'm not being respected for.
Mm-hmm.
Working in in an organization, you get treated like a worker instead of treated like man.
I know.
And they pay you monthly
Donkey.
just for you to keep coming every day, and being.
It's a recycle. It's that how this place is programmed.
Europe, especially.
Yes, it's programmed like that. Work 12 hours, get salary. Work, get 12 hours, salary. Work 12 hours,
And
salary.
it get exhausting.
Yeah.
For me, I like to experience new things, like to try different things.
Yeah.
Like, when I do same thing for a couple of times, like it becomes a routine, and then routine becomes boring, and the boringness makes me bored and make me like, oh shit, I'm looking for the next adventure.
I think sometimes I also have something like I feel like that sometimes, I don't want to be in the same place, especially if I don't like that thing. Yes, oh my god, I can look. Sometimes I can sit and tell you that I go to job because I like the people in the job, not because I like the job. I like my colleagues more than the job that I do.
True.
So if I feel like okay, if my colleagues are leaving, I will leave also, because yes, there are some jobs that I've done. I went to a job one day and I left the job. Just one day. I'm like, no man, it's not for me. I just left. I just dropped everything. I'm like, bro, it's not for me. I'm going. So are you sure? I'm like, no, I'm going.
Just because of the colleagues?
The colleagues.
No.
The energy. I get my energy from colleagues.
I recently just quit a job also, like a podologist. As a doctor for the feet. I love the job. I love to like make like people with crippled leg and stuff. But the problem is like, I'm working here with you guys in a firm, but you guys are not respecting me because I'm a new guy. I love the job, but you guys are not like really encouraging.
It's a struggle
to keep coming, and I'm like, nah, fuck this shit, I'm out. I'm not gonna keep coming back to a place where I'm not being respected.
So how can we work this towards African parents that will not understand that we have our own careers or our passions to choose?
I think with African parents, you just need to be patient. Because they have a little bit to learn. We have to teach them.
That's to say, they have a long way to go.
You have to teach them and make them understand like this is how the world is right now. It's not what you think it was back then. Back then it was different. You have like a big field to play around. Here now everywhere is built with companies, different.
The telcos.
Like social media took over the playground.
It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's funny we are like talking about this because I have friends who are actually going through this right now. I'm like, you know what, like I said earlier on, I believe the parents should just let you do what you want to do. But for me, if my parents says, oh Crispin, I don't want you to do music first, go to school first. Let's not forget that like they meant well, trust me. They always meant well for you.
True.
Because they know how it is. So they're just trying to build you up. We always say that. For me, I sit and I say that I want my kids to have more than I got from my parents.
True.
So I think that's what they're trying to do. It's more like a generational push-up.
Progress.
You understand? They just want you to, maybe if they stop at 12, they want you to go maybe, so in case you go like maybe 17, 20, 30.
True.
So in a way, we understand them. Not that I don't think that they are very ignorant not to understand that. We understand us. But you see, in Africa, we say, what an old man will stand to see, you a baby, you will have to crawl to see.
See.
So they foresee what's going to happen. They know that, this is my child. If I don't really shape him or her, he or she might go peer shape. So in a way, I understand. But then again, they have to understand us.
They have to give us a chance.
Yes.
And let us express ourselves.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming. And also, could you give us your handles on your social media?
On all platforms at OTJ5, you know how this shit goes, man. One and only. Let's get it.
Yours. Now listen, I know the last time I talked about, by the way, Are you gonna come to the like the Yama Awards, the one I told you about? You have to submit your music. I told you.
If I'm invited, I'll
Of
be
course,
there,
after
definitely.
this, I'm gonna give details. You
No
have to just
problem, I'll be
submit
there.
some samples to them, and then
For
you
sure.
never know, can we perform there. You know,
Mhm.
it's also another
I'm
big
open
platform.
to all
Yeah,
invitations.
to all you guys out there, if you have any music artist current that you like to perform, you're a philanthropist, you like to perform on stages and all that, please submit your samples or your works to the Yama. They have an Instagram account, please, and then who knows, you might be nominated, you know, awarded, you know, for your work. So OTJ Fire, thank you so much for coming, and I hope to see you again on Christmas podcast.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
All right, guys, you heard from the guy, right? I mean, it's a new sensation, of course. Go out there and check him out and follow him on Instagram, and of course, myself also, you know. So I love you guys. See you guys on the next episode of Christmas podcast. Bye, y'all.
Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Crispin Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe on Apple Music and Spotify, leave a review, and share it with your friends and family. Your support means the world to us. See you next time.